Hi Granny. It'll be a long time until you visit us in Yorkshire next, and possibly almost as long until I'm able to come down and visit you in Reading. So what I thought I'd do in the meantime is to record a short film of a walk around our village, Green Hammerton, starting with our house, which you may remember visiting on several occasions, called Naworth House. So this is the Green Hammerton church where you came with Dad for a few Christmases. Built in 1870 as a chapel of ease. It's now sadly closed for the duration of lockdown, but during that period there is a flower display that changes every couple of weeks or so. And this is one that you can see of lilies. So that is our post office and village stores. Postman getting ready to empty the box in his red van. And this is the Bay Horse pub, where we had several meals with you, me, Dad, Jenny, Bertie and Polly. It's been in fairly new hands for the last 4 years and getting better all the time, although obviously for the moment it is sadly shut. And the house on the left there is Sidonia Cottage, which used to belong to Jenny, and we sold to buy Naworth House, and it was where Polly was brought up. She lived there till she was aged 1, and here she is, aged 20. Now we're at the bottom of the green in Green Hammerton. That's one of the finest houses on it. And then through here is possibly the finest one of all. Called the Garden Cottage, but it's very grand for being called a cottage, but there you go. We're now at the bottom of the green and what's called Stirk's barn. The Stirk being Jenny's father, Jack Stirk, who used to own it, and of course Philip does now. Jenny used to park her car here and then walk up to Sidonia Cottage. In more recent times, although not that recently, it's been used for the village barn dance, and what a dance. Quite a good lot of accommodation here, as you can see, but not much merrymaking this afternoon. During lockdown we've done walks pretty much every day and got rather bored of the same old routes. So it was with some considerable excitement that we heard about the opening up of a nature reserve in a wood that we've never previously been to before, just at the end of the green, and that's where we're going to right now. And here we are. Great Wood is an ancient semi-natural woodland. It's believed to have been continuously wooded for at least the past 400 years and is likely directly descended from the wildwoods that covered Britain at the end of the Ice Age. Now, it was owned by North Yorkshire County Council until fairly recently, and then a chap who controls the shooting rights hereabouts bought the wood so that he could rear pheasants and such like in it. And then it came up for auction about 4 years ago, and a very generous couple who live in the green, and we saw their house earlier, decided to buy it, and they've now turned it into a nature reserve with, as Polly's demonstrating, a rather neat little path going all the way around it. What they've done here is to bridge a small ditch with some spare bits of wood. I have been down to the wood at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's now 5 o'clock at night, which is a rather more civilised hour. Such a beautiful, peaceful place. Must be about our 4th or 5th visit, I think. If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. What better place to come for a teddy bear's picnic? I think these two have forgotten their teddies, unfortunately, but hopefully they're very glad to be here nonetheless. It's almost as though they're waiting for someone to turn up with sandwiches. On the left, Pollyanna, aged 20, as we've already said, and on the right, Bertie, aged 17, who's just joined us for the next part of our adventure. Keep watching. Bertie actually cycled down to join us, and now he's starting the journey home, about a mile away. We've stopped on the way back to do a bit of what's called geocaching. A cache is a secret stash of things, and the way geocaching works is that somebody who we don't know has hidden a little stash or a cache somewhere just off the path, and we've used our smartphones to pinpoint the location, and would you believe, there it is, which is a little green egg which Bertie spotted, and now he's just going to go up to the path and with Polly have a look inside the little egg and see what is stashed within.
Oh, I don't think this is the cache, because it shouldn't have sweets in it. I don't think this is the cache, guys. Don't think it's the cache. Don't think this is it, guys.
Okay, bit of head scratching.
A bit
Why has
weird.
it got eggs?
Yeah, it shouldn't really have sweets.
Well, should we try another location?
Right, should we try? No, I think I'll go and have a look.
Not to be put off, we've now reached the location of a second geocache. And what was the clue again, Polly?
Don't let the troll get your hand.
And underneath the bridge she's found
The little
what is it?
just little. I think they're just.
Hold it up to the camera.
Oh, there's a tattoo. The
There you
USA
go.
tattoo. Yay!
And a little logbook. Let's have a look at the logbook. Let's show that a bit closer.
But what name
So
is
that's
that?
like a list of everybody who's been here and found that cache before. So for the second time I've asked him, quite a good result, but what do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it's really good.
What clever clogs we are.
If you go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic.
So that just about completes our walk around the village. We're now back in the garden of Naworth House. Bertie got back slightly before us, so he's already taken up his position reading his book. So we've been to the church, the pub, the Green, down to Stirk's barn, trying to remember, then we went to the Great Wood Nature Reserve, and also we found those two secret stashes, which was probably the highlight of our adventure. And now we're back at home, sweet home. Hope you enjoyed our little adventure, Granny. Hope to see you before too long. And until then, goodbye, good night, and good love.